You know what's happened with today's culture of church culture? It keeps taking away services from us. It takes away, listen, I grew up listening to a mom and a dad who I love, honor, and respect. But I've heard all the stories of walking to school in the snow, barefoot. And you don't know, this is what we grew up eating. This is, but allow me just to sound a little bit like my dad and mom for just a second. As much as I belly ached about going to Sunday night church, I thank God for that second service every single Sunday night. I received the baptism of the Holy Spirit there. I was water baptized, like things, and even it was never an option. My dad was the chief of transit, but he says, you're gonna be in God's house. It wasn't a matter of going like, oh, I'm tired. I'm putting you in church. And even Wednesday nights, there was no option on Wednesday nights. I grew up in an Assembly of God church in New York. And this, I'll never forget. You're going, some of you are not gonna know this story. You're going to Royal Rangers. Anybody remember Royal Rangers? This is kind of like the Christian Boy Scouts. And so it was just going like, you're going to Royal Rangers. I'm going like, you don't want to give a knife to a kid in New York City. And so you would think of all this stuff, but I thank God it was on those Wednesdays, it was on those Sundays. But we seem to live in a culture that keeps taking services away and saying, it's too, and the church is giving into it. They say, oh, your schedule's too busy, so we won't do Sunday nights. Your schedule's too busy, so we won't do midweek service. Oh, we'll do midweek once a month. Listen to me, leaders that are watching this. I hope you're hearing this. There are churches now, they're taking away one Sunday a month, the whole Sunday. Spend time with your family. I'm going, yeah, spend time with your family in church. I want my kids in church. I don't want them with me at home. I want them in church. And that's the thing is, they're taking away, even Tuesday nights, you're going, I've worked all day. You know what happens when you work all day and you want to get on a train and go home? You're falling asleep on the train. Come to church and get refreshed on Tuesday nights. Come to the house of God and get refreshed. I'm just telling you, don't let the world take this away. And don't let the religious world tell you, you're too busy, you're too tired. That's why we're taking this. Folks, there's all this being taken away, and I'm going, we're supposed to protect. I don't want to lose what God is telling me to protect. I want to protect my soul. I want to be with the people of God. I want to worship with the people of God. I want to be in God's house. Don't take it away. That's what we've got to understand. So when people ask me, they go like, you do 3 nights of prayer and fasting and ask the people to come? Yes, because we do this together. We fight together.